Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. Kind of a cool, I could do a little bit better job hopefully on the next one. I got some really sharp corners here, and that's because I got sharp corners up there. So let's just move this out of the way and just kind of start from scratch. I'm going to draw a rectangle. Several ways you can do this. I'm going to get the 3-point curve line. You only have to draw one line. So I'm going to go like right there, and then I'm going to get the shape tool, and I'm going to tweak my curves. So I'm going to give it a little bit more of a curve, maybe move this one like that a little bit more. And I think if I make this not quite so abrupt, it'll work. Now, I'm going to draw that, take that line, and I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard while holding down the control button. I'm going to move it over. Now I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to go and do the same colors. And I am going to now take away all the lines. Well, the best way to do that would be to nudge this out of the way and take away the line, because the lines are really still there when you just take them out. You know what? I don't have quite the curve. Let me take that back. I don't have quite the curve I want on the bottom. So I'm gonna, well, that's why, because I went past the page. Let's just delete that line. So this line is going to be a continuation of that line. I'm actually going to move it out a little bit more. And then just delete that. I'm going to go ahead and change my nudge factor like to 15. Get out of the way. And you just need two lines. Hold down the control button so it'll stay there. And then take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in and move it over and get rid of your lines now. Take our graphic and put it back. Control D and make a duplicate. And then holding down the control button, just put a little space between them. Now I could finish the interactive fill tool now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to group this together, and then I'm going to Control D, and while holding down the control key, that didn't work. Holding down the control key. Why isn't that? Oh, I'm holding down the shift key. So I get that right there. Now I kind of want to match them up, and this would almost be easier if it was not, you could actually go past it. You can't go too, this would almost be easier. Let's do that. Let's take away the fill and add the outline. This would be easier. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's almost a must. Well, I didn't group them together, because now we can delete some lines that we shouldn't see. So if this one's going to go underneath here, you shouldn't be able to see that line. I guess there's just one line you need to delete. Now we'll take our Smart Fill tool, fill that in, that in, that in, that in. But then we're going to give some interactive fill tool to this one that looks like it's going underneath. And I'm going to just go up here and then put black in that top. And then what's good, you could use the attribute eyedropper to do the exact same thing on that one. This one might be, it's going to be wider than the other one. Control G to group, Control D to duplicate. And really probably hold down the control button. And then this is almost a visual. But if you hold down the control button, you'll be better off. Now I'm going to go ahead and take away the lines. And I'm going to take away the lines on all of it. Now I'm going to take this one and ungroup it. And we can take this with the interactive fill tool and change it to that orange. Take this one with the interactive fill tool, change it to orange. Now we can just take these two and just make them orange. And there you pretty much have it in a nutshell. And you could keep going with that. you know, and now it's even easier because you've already got, so all you have to do is move it over and you're making 4. Matter of fact, let's just do that. That didn't take very long. Let's move this out of the way. Let's group this together, Control G. And you could do this mathematically, but if you hold down the control button, it'll, okay, I didn't make a duplicate. And if you hold down the control button, you'll at least be on the same parallel. See, that didn't take any time at all. Now it kind of looks funny because of the different colors. But let's go ahead and ungroup this one. Then we can do the same thing. Take the, go in and ungroup all of it. Let's just go ahead and change the colors of the next one. And just interactive fill tool, let's change it to green. I'd like to use red, but because of the fact that it's already, and then just change the color of these to green. I'm actually going to make this one a different color too. Let's do the red. And then you could shift select these two and turn them both red at one time. That's pretty cool. I like the space between them. Let me get them off the page. And let's put a black box around it. That space will really show out. Pretty cool. Anyway, I hope that gave somebody an idea in the future, and thank you for watching.